Guys, today I picked up this 2013 Arctic Wildcat 1000. I'm gonna go through a video process essentially of picking it up and stuff in a second here, but it's a pretty big project. It took me like three and a half months because I had to go get the starter welded up, which we'll get into later on in the video. They have a starter boss issue and they like to break, and then it comes with an extra engine, and the one that was in it was blown up. I picked it up for, actually I think I picked it up for 17. I remember talking him down 100. So but yeah, pretty much went and picked this up. It was like very last second. I flew over there and picked it up, kind of half torn apart, so I had to order a couple things like an air filter box and stuff, but that was about it. But yeah. Alright, I'm pretty well into this right now, but the only thing the guy had really left to unhook was part of this wiring harness, like the starter and like grounds and stuff, and then the two motor mount bolts below. This axle came right off. I had to unbolt that axle right there, and then let's see, I think that was about it, honestly. The two oil cooler lines in the front. Yeah, there was pretty much everything was done on the throttle body there, but otherwise it's coming right out right now. So let's do it. It was stuck on that rear shaft right here for a minute there, but it's just like a CV axle in a car. You just kind of pull it. So I just took that bar right there between the frame and the engine, lightly pushed on it and pried it off. So that wasn't a big deal. Look at my ghetto engine puller. And we're getting kind of high up here. Oh man. I'm gonna have to set you guys over here. Hang on. Alright, the plan is I'm gonna drop it down a bit, and then I'm gonna push the top out on that. And then I can actually pull it all the way the rest of the way out. I probably just smashed everything somehow. Flying off there, but whatever. Okay, here we go. Holy crap, this thing goes forever. I'm gonna flip backwards on myself. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna pull this guy back. I'm sure I'm off screen now, but we got it out. Let me wow, that's a big area. Let me work on getting this thing on the ground, and then on a tire probably. We'll start the process of swapping parts from this to that I need, and then we'll probably set that one up here to put back in. Okay. There's a tire. It's getting a little cold out here in Wisconsin now. Yeah, it should go forward by the time it comes down here. Actually, I need to move back then. Yeah. The Eagle has landed, so we're good to go here. I'm gonna unhook this and then we'll kind of check things out. So the reason why this engine's being replaced is not me. The previous owner bought that one, and I could diagnose this one, figure out why it essentially gallops when you turn it over, which I think I took a video of that before I took it out, but oh well, you'll have to just take my word for it if not. But I think one of the valves is either bent, or which could be a hole in the piston, which would kind of suck, which that would be easier then. Or one of the valves is probably just adjusted super tight, but nonetheless, I'm just going to swap it out because it's already this far, and that's a known good. I'm not going to mess with it, and I'll mess with this one later, and maybe I can make my money back on this too. So, but yeah, let me get this untied here, and then we'll check things out. All right, so upon further inspection here, I think there's something else going on that's a little bit more, you know, what might you call it, catastrophic, because I think a piston is actually hitting a valve, which it did have low compression on one of the two. I'm not sure which one, but it like hits something, and it's turning really poorly. The other side's got compression, which is what that was, but yeah, that's not right. So probably just a good call to just, oh man, that's not good. Just to swap it out. And yeah, so you got a few things to do. Just this clutch, I guess, isn't on that side. And oh, I have the stator cover on that side, so I'll just probably leave it with that motor. The fuel injector line is broke on that one, so I gotta swap it over with this one on this one. The exhaust header I might as well just get on right now because it wasn't even that bad to put in, and I'm sure it'd be a pain to pull out while it's in it. Trying to remember anything else. I need this for the throttle body. But yeah, just really not a whole lot to do here besides get the other one back in, which after that, then it's a lot to do because, yeah, I have quite a few parts to put back together, so let me do some part swapping over, and then, yeah, I'll get back to you and we're going to put it back in there. All right, we got the motor back in. The old one's in timeout. And, yeah, it turns over, as I will demonstrate. Let's not kill the battery. Here we go. I have to come back here tomorrow and suffer again. Alright guys, so it's been another day, and the only thing I've done really is just tidied up things, put the throttle body on. My dog's gonna run away because she's scared of it. I put some of the other stuff in here that I needed to. I don't really recall what anymore. The wiring harness, that duct back there to hold the coil pack on this side. Like I said, I think I already said the gas tank, the tray for that. So I just topped it off with some oil. And I have the fuel lines hooked up, and I'm just going to do a test fire before I go any further. And we have a full oil level here, which it's going to drip off before it actually focuses in on it. So we're going to go for a test fire here and see what happens. I am nervous as heck. Hear the fuel pump. What? That was a weird noise. Like all these freaking running away. What was that, huh? Oh no. Those are some noises. Alright, let's go for it. Alright guys, so this is the part of the video where I start to have a problem. So what essentially ends up happening is I have to go and grab a new battery. I get it to start, but it's running on one cylinder. After that, I go and try to drive it to see if it'd clear up. I go through a whole diagnostic procedure. I freaking put new plugs in it. I tested injectors. I swap injectors. I do all sorts of stuff. And I have to get the starter fixed, like I said. I get that fixed twice, actually. It broke twice on me. I think here it's like trying to start. And eventually I get that fixed enough where I figure out, which we'll see later on, what happened. So let's get to that part here. I also just want to show really quick what it was doing. So this is pretty much what was going on. And no matter what I did, it would not succeed.
Got an engine code.
Like I said, preface, I did figure it out. It's really funny. So But otherwise it's working. Oh my god, it's running. Yeah, it's running, but it's not running good. It was running really bad. Oops. For a while. Here's my buddy Sam welding it up, fixing that boss. Alright guys, it's been like a month or two, and it's cold out, so I'm in somebody else's garage, and since then I have had to get the starter boss rewelded because it broke on me, and that was the whole thing I had to wait for because it's my buddy and I wasn't paying a shop to do it, so I just had to wait. And then now we're firing, I think I said we were firing off of one cylinder, I'm not sure, but right now I'm about to diagnose that and pop the valve cover off and see if it's 180 out. And ironically, the Two Vintage guy who's local to me, who I've also met, just posted a video as of right now, which would be February 1st, a day ago, of doing the same exact thing. So that's great. I feel like what do you call it, copycat, but I've had this for like 3 or 4 months now. I don't know, maybe he's had it that long, I don't know, but just kind of ironic. But yeah, I already did plugs, I swapped coil packs, swapped injectors, all that fun jazz, check compression, so we're just going to check the timing here. I'll let you guys know what I see. Alright guys, it was 180 out, I just fixed it. Yeah, I mean, it was just kind of a mess, this whole thing. It's like you have to do one thing to do the other. Like to get this tensioner in, I had to pull this throttle body out of my way just to pull the tensioner back in so that I could push it in and then hold this between my legs because I had to quickly switch it. You know what? It was an interesting process. That's all I'm going to say. But I'm going to go ahead and clean this head up, or cylinder head, yeah, cylinder head, duh. And then put the valve cover back on, check the valve lash, and then I'm going to try to fire it up without putting all this back in. So, see when I do that. Alright guys, I have everything hooked up I think I need to have hooked up. I'm just going to go for it and we're just going to see what happens. As you guys can see, it is still not running right, and I still have to do something, and it's going to be super funny what happens. Right here I'm testing compression, which it was a little bit low, but I'm thinking that's just from fuel washing the cylinder, and you'll see why. But there's a decomp on the front cylinder. This rag is stuck in here in the intake. I have to shove it in this head because I can't get this out. Like I physically cannot. Can't get it. Oh my god. The freaking rag here is literally ported to the cylinder. Though that's not my rag, I don't have those. So we're just gonna use that to clean up the cylinder really quick though. Alright guys, I figured out what happened. So there's that towel in there, and then I put the timing off. This crank has a firing order of 270 degrees at top dead center on the first cylinder, then the second. And when I went in there the first time, I screwed up the timing and then removed the towel, which was the actual problem, and then I had to reset the timing because I had to go from the front cylinder, do the procedure correctly, and then do the rear. And I had to do it specifically because both the front and rear timing marks are really close. I had to specifically do 270 degrees a certain way, which was this way, or if you're looking at it this way, 270 degrees till I saw a rear timing mark. And then I had to flip the cam over on this side. So I just had the radiator and everything out. So I'm going to go ahead. I just drove it. It drives really good. It just ripped. Like I literally just left a freaking mark out here. So I'm going to go ahead and put this together and then go for an actual ride. All right, guys, I got the whole thing back together here. Should be ready to go. I'm going to do the first actual drive. Wish me luck here. It runs so good now. It never idled up like this ever again, so I'm pretty sure there was just some air in the fuel system.
For the headlights.
So, but otherwise I don't really know what was up with that high idle, but it ended up going away.
It does need brake pads, but I do have some. God. Wow, this thing's actually pretty powerful. Oh, with my camera. The ground is frozen. Gosh, this thing's like butter.
Just to preface for you guys, I've never owned a side by side, so it was really shocking how well it went.
This is so freaking fun. I don't think this thing will fit through the woods right now, so I'll just bum around the field. Dude, this thing is sweet.
Here's us going around town just to be a couple of yamas.
Gotta slow down.
I got the girls in there.
This is the ultimate reliability test. Well guys, it's been a few days. I've been beating on it. I did the diff fluids and yesterday actually, and then I changed the oil out for some proper wet clutch. And yeah, I mean there's actually some oil still burning off that exhaust right there from the diffs, but it's been working pretty good. I don't have any complaints, I guess, from here. I was gonna sell it, but I kind of like it, so I might just keep it for a while. Plus I gotta get that plastic and I gotta fix the doors yet, so. But she's a ripper. Super, super fun. Really glad I went and picked it up. I mean, 1,800 bucks. I feel like I did a pretty good job here, so. Starter boss has been holding up. I had to fix that a couple times. This video has taken essentially 3 or 4 months because the starter boss broke. It's really common on these. All that oil's for me, but there's no oil leaks now. It's really common for the starter boss to go bad on these and snap off. This is kind of a poor design. So I had to reinforce it, and I had to get my buddy who can weld, TIG weld, to do it because I can't TIG weld. So it took a while because he gets busy a lot. So most of it was just waiting to get this video done and get this thing finished up. So But otherwise, it's a great rig. When I first did it, I can't believe it. When I first got it running, I had a rag in the cylinder head from probably the previous owner, because I don't recognize the rag that was in there. It's hilarious how that happened, and then I screwed up the timing, but at least I figured that out right after, so it's kind of hilarious how that all came together, but it is what it is. So, well, thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned, and I'll do more in-depth videos, but I don't know, it's hard to do it coming into adulthood, like proper adulthood. I'm 24 now, trying to get my stuff together here, so it's kind of busy, so it's kind of hard to prioritize YouTube, especially when I don't make money off of it. But it sounds like it's gonna die. But anyways, I'd like to get going on it more and really get serious, but until I can, I won't be fully into it yet, or making money anyways, but that's quite a while out. So, but anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and subscribe. I'll have some more stuff coming up, so I got a couple more projects I gotta get done. See you guys later.